Today I'm taking you guys through some tidying up and the fun stuff like cleaning behind the couches. I have this fun thrifted candle. I recreated this basket wall, and then I have a new rug that I'm putting out here as well. So I can't wait for you guys to see how this space truly transformed today. So I am a homeschooling mom of four. So after our day is done with the read alouds and the book work and all that fun stuff, there's usually a little bit of a mess to clean up. So we just went through and tidied up together, and I am working on the kitchen area. So, putting away the clean dishes, loading the dishwasher again, all of that stuff that you just do over and over again. I did want to show you guys, I got these mugs or glasses for $1 at the thrift store, and they're so cute. They have this like green color, but they're tiny, and my kids love drinking out of them. So that is so fun. Later on, I'm going to show you guys some exciting things. So I wanted to clean up my house really good because I got a new rug in the mail, and this is not sponsored or anything, but I wanted to try out the tumble rug. So I'm going to show you guys later exactly how I laid that out. But I wanted to go through and get my whole downstairs like really squeaky clean for that rug because I wanted to see how it looked. I have this Wyman cooktop I've been using for probably about the past month. I really, really love it. This one's just a daily cleaner. So I just spray it on, let it sit for a minute and wipe it off. And this is my thieves cleaner I have from a Young Living, and I just mix that with some water and spray it on my counters and wipe it down. I don't do this all the time. If you're familiar with Norwex, I use a lot of Norwex cloths, and we'll just wipe it down, and it doesn't normally need a whole lot of cleaner with that. I recently started working a full-time job from home, so I'm very thankful that I get to work from home. But I found that I really had to hone in on my habits that I have. And if you have any life changes, it can throw things off balance a little bit for a while until you get in the new rhythm and routine. And I've tried to create habits in my life that when things change, because they always do, that I can continue on this path of whatever I've done, whether it being keeping up with the dishes or having my kids help me clean up around the house, or just simple quiet time in the morning, that it's something that I can still continue on even when things change. So there's definitely some habits that were solid enough in my life that it didn't change things. But there were other things like cleaning up before bed. That makes a huge difference. But I find that I'm so exhausted at the end of the day that I don't want to clean up before we go to bed. And I found that sometimes it can make my mornings longer. So I'm trying to hone in on some habits. Um, Maybe some quick family cleanups need to be in the works again. We used to do that all the time. And my kids do lots of chores throughout the day to help out around the home since I am now working from home. And they do a lot throughout the day. And so I find that at the end of the day, we all just sit down and relax. So maybe it's that season. Maybe we just need to have that end of the day where we're just spending family time together. It's such a short season. And maybe right now this season is to just clean up before or after we wake up in the morning. So that's one habit that I'm kind of working on and trying to figure out what's going to be the best thing for us. So let me know down in the comments if there's a habit that you guys are working on, if there's something that you have been struggling with as well. I love my Bissell Crosswave that I was just showing a moment ago. We use it on our area rugs and on our floors, and it is such a lifesaver. So This tumble rug, this is not sponsored. This is going to be an honest review. This is something that I had my eye on. You see my reaction there. Um, this rug was sold out and they had said that I wouldn't get it for like 2 to 3 months. And so I was bummed, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna wait for it. Um, I love it. It is so beautiful, and I can tell you that those reviews where when water spills on the top and it just sits there, it's absolutely true. We had water that had spilled. I didn't know the night before. I woke up the next morning and there was like a little puddle of water on the floor and it was still sitting there. So I just took a little dry rag and wiped it right up and it came right up. So we haven't had to wash it yet. We haven't had to experience any of that just yet. But with this pad underneath, it makes it feel like a normal rug because you can see how thin it is, kind of like a blanket. But with that pad underneath and the way that you put it in on the sides, I'll show you in just a second, um, it stays still and it feels like a normal thick rug. The only thing that I haven't loved so far is because of how thin it is, you have to run a vacuum over it on the low setting. The vacuum that I have, um, automatically, it's the Tanico vacuum, and it will automatically go to a high setting when it feels like it needs to. So maybe it's my vacuum. So then I find that sometimes it tries to really pull at the rug. So that's the only downside with that. But again, that could be, vacuum issue in combination with this. But I'd still buy it again. Absolutely. And then you can see how it's kind of wrinkling here. We don't experience that too much. The only time is if my kids will like drag something across there. But overall, this has been a lifesaver because we have a 5-year-old dog that still sometimes tries to use the bathroom on our rugs, which is why I decided to invest in a really good washable rug. And I wanted a nice, sturdy one. We have some from Amazon and Walmart that we love in the kids' room, and they work great. But for this really high traffic area, I really wanted to get a really high quality rug. And I just love how it brings this space together with these greens. These blue walls were already blue when we moved into the home. It's not quite my style, and we do plan on painting them more of a neutral color. I haven't really chosen a color just yet because we're not quite there in painting because we'll have to paint the whole downstairs as well as the upstairs, and so it's going to be a lot of work. But I love, even with those blue walls, how this just is so neutral, but it has that soft green and cream, and it goes so beautifully with it all. I did pick this up from the thrift store for $5.99. It's solid brass, and this candle came in with it, and it is so cute. I had been on the hunt with one that was brass with the handle, and I was so excited to find this one as well. If you guys have been around for any length of time, you know that I love real plants. But I got this one from Walmart. I believe it was like $5. And so sometimes fake plants have their place and they are necessary to have in the home if you need them. I've had these paintings in my living room now for a while. I got them at Goodwill and paid about $6 for them about a year ago, and they've served their purpose here. It's never been the final look I was going for, but if you know anything about me, I like to use what I already have on hand until I can decide what I really want or really love, and that's what I did there. I already had all these baskets at a different location in our home and decided to move them over here above this couch. In a recent video, I talked about how this couch, no matter what I do, I can't get it centered because we have our kitchen table to the left of this room. And if I moved this couch over any more to center it, it would just block the walkway too much to where we wouldn't have enough space in the dining area. So I decided to put this basket wall over here because a basket wall doesn't have perfect symmetry. And so I was able to kind of trick the eye to help balance this off just a little bit. I don't know why I didn't do this a long time ago, but I'm really loving how it's looking, and it really evens everything out. My 3-year-old was handing me baskets and being my little helper, so that was so sweet of her. Normally I'll lay out the layout that I want for a basket wall on the floor and kind of take a picture of it and then move it to the wall. This time I just decided to wing it because I've had these baskets for such a long time. So I decided to just go ahead and hang them as I went. Thank you so much, guys, for coming along as I redecorate some areas in my home. Please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button if this is something that you enjoyed. Right here you're seeing a little sneak peek of what's to come of this cute gallery wall with our almost finished steps. We're almost there. You guys have a great day.